think this is a catfish. Oh no, this is a big bass. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at this guy here. Big guy but skinny. 315. Nice fish. Oh man, you missed this one. Number 2. Let's go. Second one, my GoPro's been malfunctioning a bit.
All right, so as you might have guessed, I started having problems with my GoPro camera. And if you listened to me on stream the other night, you've already heard this explanation. But basically, what happens is these action cameras, when they get out and they're recording for longer lengths of time, and when they're out in the heat, I don't know, 80 degrees plus, something like that. They start to have overheating problems, and the GoPro 11, 12, 13 are all kind of notorious for this behavior. So what happened is I had a really great fishing day on the day I was filming, but no one will ever get to see it because most of my video either got corrupted or it didn't get recorded at all because the camera would overheat and shut down. And unfortunately, when this GoPro overheats and shuts down while it's recording, that recording that it's currently writing gets corrupted and it's unusable. So so looked online for a lot of solutions, and I landed on something that I've actually had my eye on for a while, and that is the YoloTek GoPro boat mount that just arrived, and I'm getting ready to install. So let's have a look at the materials and let's put it together and see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so a lot of parts here from left to right. Aside from that, no particular order. We've got the tether system, so you can tether your GoPro boat mount to a cleat on your boat. Conveniently located cleat there to make sure that in case for whatever reason your mount pops loose, you don't actually lose it. Got the connector cord here. This is the actual YoloTek boat mount. I bought the one with the nav light at the top. For those of you who part of the community and haven't owned a boat or maybe aren't familiar with boats, all boats, depending on the state, but here in South Carolina, you're required to run nav lights between 30 minutes before sunset and 30 minutes after sunrise. And that's so obviously other boats can see you on the water. The way bass boats work is you have a pole mount here in the back. And what you'll do is you'll plug a nav light into this connector here. And then depending on the model of bass boat, you'll have lights at the front. With the nitro boats, those lights are built in. So you'll have red and green lights, red on one side, green on the other side, so that way boats who observe you on the water can tell what direction you're moving and avoid you accordingly. So I bought the option with the nav light, so now I never have to stop recording. I can just the nav light will be switched on anyway, and boom, there you go. It's already built in. This is a GoPro cover. It's white to help it not absorb so much heat when you're out on the water. This is a GoPro media door here that allows you to plug in your power bypass door that allows you to take your battery out and plug directly in through the door there. That replaces the normal GoPro door, which I already had off of my GoPro, so that it could get some air in there. Normally the battery would go in there. But I'll be taking the battery out and just be plugging directly into a power source for this. And then we've got some silicone rainproof putty so that you can put around the connectors in case it starts raining. You don't get water inside your connectors. One convenient thing about this YoloTek pole mount is that it comes with 3 different collars because different boats have different threading, or sometimes no threading on these collars to help you lock your mount in. So what we'll do now is we'll pop open this thing and we will try to see which collar is the correct one. All right, it's not that one. You can see that one just freely pops in and out, so you don't work. I know that there's threading, so this one's not going to be it either. So I bet what we're going to find is that this is the correct collar. We're going to screw it in, and indeed, it's the correct collar. So this is the collar that is going to go on the pole here. It just slides up on the pole, and then we'll use that to mount. Let's get into the mounting, shall we? All right. So this is where the camera mount is going to go here. So we want to make sure that this is facing forward so we can get the video forward on the boat, right? So we will line these up with the plugs. One note here, you'll see some holes right there. There's a screw that can go in any of these holes that helps you mount. However, with this collar, I got in a situation where it just wouldn't fit right, so I took that screw completely out. It's not really necessary. This collar is going to hold it really secure. So we're going to take this and we're going to line up the plugs there, and we're going to screw the collar in, get it nice and tight, solid fit, good shape. All right, so we've got the light fixture that plugs in. See, it's got this little jack right here, and I presume that's going to just plug in up here. Okay, we've got a little screw port here that we're going to have to unscrew to get this all the way in. It has a guide screw here to line it up. Boom, connected in, and it looks like as I peek into the little hole here, we're going to screw this thing back here to help hold that in place so that it doesn't just freely pop in and out. The hardest part of this is finding the hole. And there we go. Camera woman Rene thought that was funny. All right, so now we're in good shape. Now, to make sure we got power, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on master power to the boat. If you've seen my boat walkthrough video, you know that I've got a master power switch right here. So we're going to turn on power. We're going to come to the console. We're going to dodge. our vicious guard dog, Sassy Pup. And we're going to turn on the nav lights. And boom. Not only do we have power to the nav light, you can see we've got a green light on there telling us we've got power to the USB ports. Do you want to come in, JJ? Or is it very scary for you? Huh? Yeah, come on, buddy. Let me move the box. Let me move the scary box. I know, tall things are very scary for you. Okay, come on, buddy. You want to come in? What a good boy. What a good boy. And now he's gone. All right, so a couple of things we need to do here. This is my GoPro camera that you've been seeing all my video on. This is the GoPro Hero 11 Black. It'll record up to 5K video in 60 frames per second. The video you're likely to see is more like 1080p and 24 frames per second, because you still have to keep your settings a little low to keep from overheating. YoloTek has great resources online, and they also send some resources in the packaging to help you set your camera up right so that it can do this long-term filming without overheating. So we're going to take the door, and we're just going to pop it on like that. Thankfully, GoPro makes these doors easily removable. So boom, boom, and I can just pop it off if I need to. This door will likely stay on though. So we're going to pop that back on. And we're ready to go. You'll see that it has a deep port there, where we're going to plug in the USB cable. Okay, connected. I already had a mount on it, so we're just going to use the existing mount that I had. We're just going to slide that in here. It clicks just like a utility belt or something like that. Boom, done. And then I have a little rubber fixture in here to help it. Now we can move it around. Think that's going to be good. We'll tighten that down, and then we'll bring the cable down. We have 2 USB ports available to us here. We're going to bring it down and plug it into the top one. Make sure I get it correctly aligned here. Boom. And then this is where we would put the silicone putty too. We're not going to do that right now because we want to do some testing. But we should now have full power to the GoPro and allow it to film. We're going to do one more thing here. We're going to take the cover, the heat cover. We're going to just slide that right on. It will just pop into place. Doesn't really make an audible snap, but you'll be able to pull on it and feel that it's holding. And then I probably should have done this before I did that, but we're going to put the tether on just so we have it handy. Tighten that right there. And then this will attach to your cleat. This will probably have to wrap around because this carabiner is really small. So it'll just wrap around like that. And then we can screw that carabiner closed if we need to. And that'll, if you're moving around, that'll prevent you from losing the assembly into the water. Although I'm thinking we probably would not want to run this in rough water anyway, just for safety reasons. So we are going to hit the record button. Everything's plugged in. And now we should be able to get video and audio on that camera and that camera at the same time. Everything looks like it's in good shape, and we're working. All right, so I won't bore you with the video of this, but one of the things I'm going to have to do in the next few days is make sure that my maps are updated for Lake Watery. We've got a big trip coming up to Lake Watery next weekend that I'm hoping to get some great content for you. Having a look at my Lake Watery map now. This actually looks like it's already in. So So good. I don't have to worry about that. No updates needed there. So I'll take the new YoloTek mount and GoPro cover out for a test ride this weekend out on Lake Wylie. Hopefully we'll get you some good fish catching video out of that, and make sure that everything's working as intended. And I can't wait for you guys to see that next weekend. Lake Watery, a lot of footage going to get filmed. I can't wait, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching.